Daffy Duck, the Marvin missions on the Super Nintendo. This is being played on original hardware. I got a CRT hooked up here, and I'm playing via my my DVD recorder right here. This is a game that I picked up about a month ago. I finally got around to playing it. I actually rented this game when it launched on the same Super Nintendo. I found it at the video store. Rented this game on launch. Barely played it for more than half an hour, I'd say. And I'm probably not going to play this game for like another more than a half an hour now. This is a research stream. I always was fascinated by some of these Warner Brothers games, like these Looney Tunes games, like Tasmania, which I played on this channel, Speedy Gonzales, Roadrunner, Death Valley Rally, games like that were presented as, they're just mascot platformers. I think this is a Sunsoft game. Developed by, was it ICOM Simulations, I believe it was? The same folks who worked on Death Valley Rally, I want to say. The Porky Pig Haunted Missions, I believe was it. I actually played the Porky Pig Missions game too on this channel. A lot of Me Too mascot platformers in the early 90s, y'all. I mean, maybe y'all, if you all were too young, you don't remember, like, there were like dozens of these things. I'd say every other month there was another mascot platformer that came out because, well, for people who know, the Sega Genesis obviously made a huge impression with Sonic, which was the mascot platformer that I think a lot of third-party developers have been trying to make for years after the success of Mario. So we wind up getting a lot of platformers in Japan, mascot platformers in Japan, certainly on the TurboGrafx 16 PC engine. We didn't get as many over here, but the idea was like games like Bonk could be really popular if we had like a really charismatic main character. And by the time the 16-bit era came along, Sonic the Hedgehog proved that you can use all that extra memory to make characters more expressive. You put them in these cartoony worlds, and you can make these cartoon platform mascot platformers. And obviously they weren't all as popular as Sonic or Mario, but it was easier for them to stand out if they weren't just faceless ninjas like they were in the late 80s on the NES. So here we are in the Super Nintendo era. I guess we'll try normal, then go hard if we have to. We'll make it harder if we want, but I don't think it's going to work. The music in this game is god awful, by the way. Jump, shoot, block. So I can't use the Y button. So you don't have full. You can't do manual remapping. It's just two control sets, and that's it. So if you want to shoot on A and jump on B, you can. But I think for most Americans, this is the way we used to play video games. You attack with Y, you jump with B, and that makes sense. You probably noticed during the demo there that when Duck Dodgers here shoots his laser, he has really hard recoil. So the way the mechanics work here is that you get that every time you shoot, you fly backwards, and if you're in midair, you can actually use the recoil on the gun to give you a bit more horizontal boost, to give yourself a horizontal boost in midair. So you can kind of abuse the recoil mechanic in this game. It's an interesting idea because again, it's like you're making a cartoony game, so why not lean into it by having this mechanic where his gun has him fly backwards every time he shoots it? It's kind of cool. I don't think I've ever seen a game actually add that much recoil to where your character they integrate the recoil into the platforming. And you'll also see when he crouches on the ground, the recoil will have him like fall on his rear end, which is kind of hilarious. A nutty attack, which I think is like a screen clearing bomb. I don't remember what guns I wanted. I think I wanted the three-way gun. You have your regular gun, which has unlimited ammo, I want to say. You can buy a continue gem. You can buy an extra life. Continue. This music is so terrible, man. Jetpack fuel if you need to stay in midair a little bit longer. This game did not come with a manual, in case you're wondering. I don't know what an antimatter gun is, but I'll take one. Try a bomb gun. Okay. So we exit. We don't have to spend all the money. I'm just kind of curious to see what happens. So how do we switch guns? With the select button? Okay, so how do I switch? There's a map if you press the start button. Like in Death Valley Rally and a couple of other mascot platformers, there is some exploration here. Okay, so how do I switch weapons? So you can block, you have a shield, so you can use the X button to block. But again, it's not in a convenient space because you can't use the L and the R buttons in this game. Okay, use the L and the R buttons to swap weapons. So this weapon has unlimited ammo. It's my electric gun. I think this is a three-way gun, freeze gun, and I think I have an antimatter gun. We'll test them all at some point. So you can see the recoil I have on this gun. I fly backwards, and eventually, if you keep shooting, you eventually fall on your butt. So that's kind of cool. And you can do it in midair to give yourself a bit of horizontal lift, give yourself a horizontal boost there. So you can make longer jumps if you point in the opposite direction. You just fly backwards. That's kind of cool. Like that. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. So let's see if I can do that. That's a jump. Because that's most of the screens. That's not a problem. And of course, when you crouch, you do this. Kind of nice. So I have that gun, the bomb gun, the three-way gun. Yes, the freeze gun. Okay. I guess the first gun was an antimatter gun. No time limit. That's amazing. Yeah, this music is really awful. Like it's like they're trying to do like scary strings with some really ugly trumpets and some ugly brass. I don't know what they're doing. Thankfully, you won't have to hear it. What's really cute is that the monster screams when they die. It's kind of hilarious. You won't be able to hear it though. And it's kind of muffled if I'm being honest, so there is also that. I'll take that. So that's a jetpack fuel. Press the jump button in midair, you can get a little jetpack boost. We're good. And there any there's a hidden area here. We're good. Careful. Should have okay, so I got a one up here. So where are we on the map? So this is the hidden area on the map. Okay. So I'm gonna have to use a super jump to get over there, right? Yeah. So I used the gun to give myself a little bit more of a lift. Let me try that again. Nope, didn't work. I think I might have to use my jetpack for that. Okay. So I'll keep that in mind. Assuming I ever play this game again. That sucked. Careful. The air control is not amazing. It's kind of flaky. It's kind of floaty, so it's kind of hard to precisely land your. It's kind of hard to precisely fly around. The jetpack is just way too slippery, so it takes a bit of practice. I want to make sure I have the shield up for that. I have one. Is that N at the bottom of the screen? Does that mean I have a nutty attack? I'm not sure. So I can't go over here. Because we're at the edge, so we have to go down and to the right to get to the next. You can probably barely see that. But yeah, we have to go down and to the right. Because that map is somewhat helpful, so I'm glad they included it. Fine. So this is the way out. So if we go a little bit to the left, we'll be able to explore some more. Let's see what's up. If I had to rank all the Looney Tunes games I played on the Super Nintendo, I don't know if there's ever been a good one. Like like I said, I played about 6 of them on this channel. Like Death Valley Rally is really frustrating. It's supposed to be a game like Sonic where you like go really fast for certain periods of time, but the problem is that there are too many obstacles, so you can never go fast in that game. I'm out of fuel, so that's not good. And I can't boost myself up. He said mother when he took that damage. So you won't be able to hear the digitized voices, but they are here. Super NES, again, they're muffled, but they work. Can't go up there, get the one up. I can barely see that. I'm capturing this on my laptop, which is a slightly sharper image. Yeah, it's not amazing. This JVC CRT that I'm using has a pretty good picture when you plug in the console directly, but when you plug it in through the DVD recorder that I'm using, it's not amazing. But I'm using the DVD recorder as a sort of as a splitter. So I have the game footage going directly to the DVD recorder of the, darn it, the video is going to my CRT, but the HDMI output is going to my laptop so I can capture this. It's the same setup I use for all of my Super Nintendo captures right now. So it's not amazing. I have another DVD recorder I can test, see if the image is a bit cleaner. But right now I'm in a weird situation where I don't want to invest a bunch of time. Okay. Whoops. Okay. That's an antimatter gun, I think. So I switched guns there. Okay. Whoops. But again, the character sprites do look good. Like I want to say all of the Looney Tunes games that I played on the Super Nintendo did an excellent job of bringing the arts to converting the art style to pixel art. Like the color, the use of color has always been good in these games. The sprites always look very good. Like it's a very good approximation of what they were trying to do in the original Chuck Jones art style. So all of these games always look good because they do a very good job of bringing the Chuck Jones art style to these mascot platformers. I mean, it doesn't look as good as say Aladdin does on the Genesis, but it does the job. I should block that. Like I really wish I could like block with the L and R buttons, but they want to use L and R for selecting weapons, which I understand. I just don't want to do it. You know, I'd rather it's easier for me to just block. There we go. Ah! So you shoot him a couple of times, then block. It looks like no fuel. I think that was for. I think that was a. Was that a mocktail that gives me some health? I don't know. In addition to this game, I also have Batman Returns on the Super Nintendo. I'll get around to playing later, but I have to use something else. I have to use a different capture device because I want to be able to hear the music. Because the music is very good soundtrack on that game. Probably I want to say it's a top 30 soundtrack on the Super Nintendo. Certainly. In fact, here's a hot take. I think Batman Returns is a better soundtrack than Super Star Wars does. And Super Star Wars has some pretty good music in it too, but I think Batman Returns has better samples actually. And they have more, and they have original music that's actually pretty good. They have original songs in the Batman Returns game. It sounds surprisingly good. And again, like I said, the Danny Elfman adaptations, the arrangements of Danny Elfman's soundtrack. Whoops, that was just a bad fall. But the SPC arrangements of the Danny Elfman soundtrack they actually sound better. The music actually sounds better than the movie does, honestly. Like they took bits of the melody and expanded on them, and they made it a bit. And I think they actually made the music sound a bit better, if that makes sense. Like you know how Konami games will take the music to the Ninja Turtles cartoon show, and that can't be good. They'll take the music to the Ninja Turtles cartoon show and sometimes make it better. Similar, I think they did the same thing to Danny Elfman's music. It's shockingly good. Not all. I mean, some of the music's actually kind of just blah, but I'd say from a technical standpoint, it is a very good soundtrack, and it helps the melodies are good. The bounding box isn't amazing. I think the bounding box is a bit too far to the edge of the screen. It's not terrible, I would say. Ah! Whoops. That was bad. I mean, the animation isn't amazing, but the art style is very good. I don't know if this is a 4 meg game. This might be an 8 megabit game. Like an 8 megabit game, you would assume would be able to have more frames of animation. Well, it's certainly true of the Genesis Aladdin game. You know, the one that Dave Perry and Virgin did. Come on. I'm just using the gun with unlimited ammo because I don't want to. I don't know how to refill my ammo that much. So I'm gonna leave the guns for specific situations. The special guns would be for special situations. Where am I? We're at the edge of the map. Yeah, careful. Plenty of money. I can barely see where I am. Yeah, this map is way too small. Why is it so small? Like, at least give people the option of making it bigger. That's so bizarre why they would set it up like that. Because there's a tiny white flashing sprite that YouTube might be impossible to see unless you're watching this video at 720p. Because I'm capturing at 720p, so you should be able to see it that way. But this is an upscaled 480 interlaced 480 image. So I don't have a jetpack, so I have to do this. Whoop, that didn't work. Okay, that's probably the way to get over. I don't know where to get my jet fuel, by the way. That would have been nice. Okay, so what music should I splice in with this? Maybe put some Sparkster music in here to really spice it up. Sparkster again. Now there's another Konami. There's probably the most underrated Konami soundtrack on the console. Sparkster. Gotta be the best music on the console that no one's heard. Like, it's not that people. I think people play another mascot platformer. I'm fairly certain that people heard some of Sparkster's music, but if you're a Super Nintendo music fan like I am, do yourself a favor immediately. Listen to the music to Sparkster if you can. Go to YouTube and find it. Absolutely one of the best soundtracks on the console. Probably a top 10 if I really thought about it. I had it in my top 20 somewhere. It's probably a top 10. I'll go back over my rankings later. Yeah, ranking of Super Nintendo soundtracks. But this is definitely near the bottom. This music is definitely near the bottom. And it'll get worse as we go along. So, switch. Should have blocked it. Okay, so we got this gun. Got him. All right. Got him. All right, we're good. I guess I saved the special gun for the bosses. And the music's still going. So how we doing? Got plenty of money. That's not the problem. I mean, it's just... So if we go all the way to the left, what happens? Whoops. That was just bad. So let's go all the way to the right instead. But careful. Stupid. Still no jet fuel. So there's no way for me to refuel my jet fuel? Because it's not like you can just, use your jetpack to fly over all the hazards or anything. It's not that kind of game. Hold on. Now we're good. Here we got him. No knockback on your guns when you shoot them. Like I fly backwards, but the enemies don't. So there is that. But again, I have to talk about how much I love that flyback you do when you shoot the gun. I still love that. Just that it's kind of distracting, probably. Like it probably makes the game harder than it should be. Yeah, can I get up there? Ah, made it. So again, I like that. I want to see if there's a hidden area that I couldn't get to. If I had my jetpack, I could have hit it. I could have definitely found it. We going to the left? The boss might be to the left. Let's go further down to the left. Whoop, I missed it. Can I grab that? So I can get up there. There you go. Just stand next to the little fissure there, the little magma flow, and that might get you there. So yeah, little touches like that I like in games like this. You don't see that kind of touch very often. It's too bad the game doesn't really do anything with it. Except for finding the occasional item. I think the only way I can get that gun over there is to fall from above. Unless there's a hidden area I'm not aware of. Ow. Taking a lot of dumb hits. Good? No. So we can't go up. Yeah, we can't go up. They want me to go that way. Was that a way? Oh, was that a waypoint? Yeah, that was a waypoint. Good. So I'm glad the shield is there. And I probably need to use my nutty attack eventually. I have enough lives, so I don't need to use it, so that's good. Okay, I've already been here. We can't go up, can we? So this isn't a full map of the level. It's a map of this segment of the area. I've already been here. I guess I've already been here. What? Never mind. No, well. Let's get to where we were. So we're going to go all the way down, it looks like. You get that health? We're good. Yeah. I was going to miss a bunch of those pickups, but that's okay. No worries, mate. Okay, here we go. I still can't get over how bad this music is. Maybe I should have just turned it off. So how are we doing here? I can go left if I can get a power up, I guess. Didn't really need that, but I'll take it. Sometimes I do wish games would just let you choose what power up you want. Like if you grab money, then maybe the money could be used to buy a power up. If you can buy it on site, of course. Because there is a thing in a lot of video games where it's like, yeah, you pick up an item that's you don't need. Like I didn't need that health pickup. So it'd be nice if I can like stash some of this stuff for later, you know? Like instead of having to hunt for health, you grab a health pack. Got him. That cash. You need to double check to see how much money I'm getting. I think I'm getting like $50 a bag, huh? Yeah, 50 a bag, huh? A 5 dime bag. Well, it is green. Hold on. Good. Up? No. I don't think I need to go back up here, do I? Yeah, I've already been here. There's no reason to go here again. There's no reason to go here again. Okay, so let's go down. So I'm glad they included the map. It's not a great looking map. It's kind of hard to parse, but it's better than what Metroid has, if I'm being honest. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. That is a continue, I believe. Yeah, I want to say this is as far as I've ever gotten playing this game before. I can't believe like I played it for like half an hour, then walked away. Probably didn't even beat the first stage. So we went down. So we're going all the way to the left then. Okay. Whoops, that was dumb. Okay, I've already been here. So what am I missing? Yeah, I mean, I guess I thought the boss would be here. What did I miss? Probably just getting lost. And there's a map. I shouldn't be getting lost. You know, maybe if the map were easier to see. You know what I mean? Like maybe if my character flashing icon were easier to see. You know what I mean? And no bombless pits. So nothing here. So we go up and to the right, maybe? Can't go there. Can't go up there. It can't go up and to the right. It's too high up. So haven't I already been here? I mean, I need to go up. I don't think I can go up. You don't think I can go up? Okay, there we go. That might be how I get up. Any secret areas over here maybe? No. Crap. So yeah, you want to duck before you shoot so that you don't fly, you don't fly vertically. You want to stay down. Cuz the first shot is like, yeah, you want to duck and then shoot so that you stay on the ground without flying vertically upward. Okay, nothing there. They want me to go all the way up then? Let me see if I can go up and around. Yeah, can I go up and around? Well, here we go. There's an enemy here, so this must be a new area. The dead end. Yeah, the enemies tell you. I guess the enemies are the way you figure out you're going the right way. Whoops. That was dumb. I don't think I hit the waypoint. Yeah, I didn't hit the waypoint. So I had to go up, right? So we have to go all the way up. We probably have to go all the way up. Hold on, let's deal with this guy first. Kind of cute how every time they die, they like have that little. It's like they gasp. It's like they clutch their pearls and gasp because they got shot to death. It's an amusing sound effect. I don't know if this is where I want to be. Let's see how we do. That cash. Gotta get that bag. So no. Do I go up? Someone's close. I think those dehydrated monsters are nearby. Those freeze dry monsters. Yeah, he's up there. So I guess all the enemies respawn when I died. Wouldn't be out of the question. Are we still going up? No, we can't go up. Can we still go up another way? Like, is there an elevator over here? Nope. Oh well. There's no elevator here, dog. All right, so I guess we can go all the way to the left and then try to go up. Go to the right and then go up. It is kind of weird the map doesn't show you the entire area. I don't know, maybe it should be bigger. I don't know. 5 shots, right? 5 shots to the dome. Hidden area here? Nope. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hopefully, yeah. Idle animation, just like the old days, huh? That was a big deal back in the early '90s. So like, Sonic tapping his foot, crossing his arms. That was actually a bit. Whoops. Ooh! How dare you? Basically. I still don't think these games are good, but they do have a bit more charisma and personality than you might expect from a lot of platformers of the era. So I'll concede that. But this feels like another one of those, if I'm being honest. It really, I think, I mean, even with better music, maybe they just need more signposting so that so that you have a better idea about which way to go. It's not a Metroidvania. It's just a search action game. Like, it's a game where the levels are large and you have to kind of scrape them. I mean, it's a bit more depth than you would expect from a game of this era usually. Can we go up? Let's go down and around, I guess. Are we in the right place? No. Go up to the right and then go down and around. Yeah, we'll go down from here. Yeah, down from here. This is it. That's what I needed. All right, let's do it. Okay, so I guess if you shoot your gun quickly, you fly backwards more quickly. You fly further backwards. So it's like a combo, I guess. I still can't get over how terrible this music is. I really should have just turned it off. Like, it's really bad. Like, it's ear-splittingly awful. Again, like this is what people. It's like that dude from Resident Evil 2 with that really terrible music. That blind deaf dude. Like, apparently, like, he was a fraud, right? As you can probably tell by listening to the music. But yeah, like, that's what this sounds like. Oh, I got a jetpack. Hidden behind. That was cool. That was hidden behind the thing. So I think we want to go up and around at some point. Well, wait. Already got this. Never mind. It was a waste of time. So yeah, I like the hidden areas. You know, it's cool. It's nice. It's cute. There we go. Darn it. So now I'm out of fuel again. Whoop! Died. Take that L. So I guess all the enemies respawn. Whoop. Slow down. Well, Super Nintendo game, so it was always a risk. Yeah, you probably remember. People from the era remember. Like Super Nintendo games almost always had slowdown. Like it became a meme at some point. They never really solved it. But some games had less than others. They never really solved it. Uh, yeah, I want to go any higher. There we go. I don't mind the big levels. Just that I kind of wish there was more. I wish there were more better rewards for exploring. Yeah, stay low. Don't pop your head up. Ugh. I'm pretty sure I've already been here. Yeah. So we have to go to the higher level. We have to go to the floor above me. Then go down and around. Yeah, I'm out of fuel. So that's not good. And there's no way up because there's no fuel. So I have to go around. Not amazing. So I have to go up to the next. I have to go up to the next floor, then fall. Go to the right, and then fall down. Fine. We're strictly in the C tier here. Yeah, because we have to block that. So you have to go down here from here, right? Yeah, go down from here. Nothing here to pick up? Yep, so we'll go back down. To the right. Got the waypoint already. How far up do we want to go? I think that was a jetpack that I found behind the magma. Okay, let's call it. Who wants it? He's down. So I froze him. Oh, that lightning's kind of hard to aim. Oops. Okay, let's get further away. I'm wasting health. I don't have a lot of this to play with, so let's not dilly-dally here. But it does suck that you can't find more fuel for your jetpack easily. So let's get the freeze gun out. Was this a three-way gun? Am I out of bullets? Yeah, should have blocked. I'm good. Okay. How many lives do I have left? We got cocktail jazz now? Or is this an actual boss? This can't be good. Can I block that? Probably not. That. Yeah, I can't block that. I don't know what they want me to do here. Yeah, I can't block that. What do they want me to do? Go to the other side? Yeah, they want me to go to the other side? Well, I have a bunch of continues, so that's good. Oh, wow! Took 5 of those? What? Is that how that works? Maybe I shouldn't stay here in the corner. I'm out of bullets. So I think I shot the thing. Oh, he's still shooting me. He's still clipping me. That's the problem. One more hit and I'm dead. Yeah, couldn't get around him. So I'm just out of bullets. You don't have any more bullets, dog. So can I like just spam him a bit from over here? Like how many hits does he take? Yeah, see, I don't. They want me to jump over that. Ah, can't get over. This is such terrible cocktail jazz. I don't know what they were doing. So awful. Nope. How many hits does this doofus take? Am I even shooting him? Ah, no fair with a gun. Yeah, no fair with a gun. So I guess the implement at the end of his arm changes depending on how weak he is. That took about 40 hits, didn't it? Maybe 50. Yeah, no life meter would be nice if there was a life meter, you know? The Dodgers! And for people who are wondering, no, I was not a fan of the Duck Dodgers reboot they did for Cartoon Network, but Tia Carrera's fun. We love Tia Carrera, don't we? This is the Tia Carrera fan zone right here. You know, Wayne's World, Lilo and Stitch. We are big Tia Carrera fans over here. Now, I remember the character design being good. I think some of the expressions, like the storyboards with the character expressions, the model sheets were very good. Like you can tell they really committed to like making the characters extremely expressive. So in that sense, it's kind of like the Silver Age, it's kind of like the Silver Age Warner Brothers shows, like your Animaniacs and your Tiny Toons. It was very good on that level. The animation wasn't amazing, obviously, but the character models were very expressive. So they had a lot to work with. The show itself was trash. More jetpack fuel. So I guess we can do that. I didn't bother to use my nutty attack once. The three-way gun is trash. The bomb gun might be useful. Electricity gun might be useful. Antimatter maybe. Another continue gem. So you got more continue gems. But how much do I want to play? So I need 5 continue gems to continue, and I got them. So that's as much jetpack fuel as I can use. Yeah, music's still terrible. Oh, the game says at the bottom left-hand corner how much ammo I have in this gun. I don't think I want to use a three-way gun. It seems trash. Antimatter. The freeze gun seems good, I guess. We'll add the electricity guns. I would argue the three-way gun's kind of meaningless. Can't add more jetpack fuel. I don't know. We'll take that and go. We have too much money. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if nothing else, you can use the money to like get what do you call it? To get more continues, more extra lives. I would argue the continues are more important. Okay, hold on. The game. Yeah, the blue on my Super Nintendo. Whatever the video chip is doing with the color blue, it's mucked up. It's really mucked up. Now they added piano. Super Nintendo piano samples are actually usually pretty good, honestly. Where are the mines coming from? Unfortunately, yeah, the signal is really bad. I think the video chip on my console is just bad. I can't shoot downward. I can shoot upward, but not downward. That's how you do that. You didn't mean to waste my jet fuel there. Bye. Yeah, I got that. Got that waypoint. I needed that. This can't be good. What do I got? What gun? Yeah, what? I don't know what gun I was shooting. Yeah, the piano licks are kind of bad. This a flame gun? Don't want that gun. I got a three-way gun. I can fly backward with this. I can fly through the air with this thing. You got it? Missed. Okay, we're good. Just gotta decide to burn all my sub weapons there. I don't know what to tell you. Again, this isn't Mega Man where the enemies are constantly dropping ammo, so that's a problem. I'm gonna call it a problem. Games with limited ammo where the ammo is hard to recharge are I tend to not like the combat very much. Look at that. See, now we're floating in the water, dog. Look at that. Oops, got to block that. But yeah, like this. Like, look at this. That's great. This game has elements that I like. It's just, the whole doesn't add up. It's a shame. And that's not that looks like a generic enemy they decided to throw in here. It doesn't look like a Chuck Jones model at all. So that's unfortunate. So I can blow them up. Yes, keep firing. Just keep plugging. Just keep dumping. Ow. That was dumb. So I got a couple more lives. Yeah, I don't expect to keep playing this game. This feels very mid. We're not getting out of the C plus range with this game. Shame, really. Which way are we going? Yeah, the video sync has gone bad. So like I said, this is normal for me. I want to say certain blues in the color palette caused my Super Nintendo to completely freak out like this. And it's the same problem. I think the Super VGA, the S video cable is the same issue. So it's a video chip problem, I would say. So it won't make you keep watching this because it might be giving people epileptic fits, I'm afraid. I'm probably better off just playing the game with, what do you call it, with black and white. Yeah, I don't know if there's a signal. I don't know if there's like a sync problem with the signal or whatever. Got him with the bomb gun. I saw that fish. Ah! Couldn't see him. So he flew up, he swam off the screen. I couldn't see him. Yeah, the physics when you start flying, the physics when you start shooting around, like you really do fly forward a lot in this level. So again, it's cute, but it gives the game kind of a zero G feel when you start shooting, when you're moving while shooting, but it makes you slightly harder to control, so that's not great. Like in these underwater levels, that's not a great application of the physics, honestly. This sounds like the worst ActRaiser music. Probably one of the most overrated soundtracks on the console, honestly. There's like 3 good songs in it, I would argue. Maybe 4. Yeah, 4 good songs. The rest are like kind of lame. Yeah, and yeah, Link to the Past, maybe 3 good songs on the soundtrack, if not 4. Disappointing, I would say. But a very good audio package though, like super, like what was it? Star Fox, Link to the Past, exceptional sound effects in that game. So whoever was the director of sound on those games, pour one out for him because they killed it. Definitely in the case of Star Fox. Like I would say games like, Contra, was it Contra the Alien Wars? Definitely at top tier Top tier audio packages all around. Then obviously Super Star Wars, like with the caveat that it's the Lucas Arts sound library from Star Wars, so it was gonna be good no matter what, so long as the samples were clear. Like back in the '90s when Star Wars was still like normal and not like ridiculously over the top in terms of like how the fandom worked. Is that Oh crap! Finally found a bottomless pit, huh? So we'll end the game here. We can waste all of our continues and just end the game here. Uh, yeah, man. That is all, folks. Again, so yeah, my video, the blue. Again, I don't know which blue it is. It's not all blues. I want to say it's the sky blue, but I want to say there's a palette. There's a color in the Super Nintendo palette. Like, how many colors is it? Like, I think it's like 32,000 colors. Porky Pig looks fine. That space background looks fine. But whatever RGB value they're using, that particular blue is causing everything to freak out. And I think, and if I still had Final Fantasy VI, I would plug it in here and kind of adjust the values to see what value is triggering it. I have a Super Nintendo Mini, but that's not the same. So if I haven't, I don't, and I already sold Secret of Evermore and Breath of Fire already. So if there were a color value that's throwing it off, like a specific RGB value that's throwing it off, that would cause the blues to go nuts. Because see right here, there's a bunch of blue everywhere. But it's only the underwater blue that's causing it to freak out. You know what I mean? So it might be a particular RGB value that's just going nuts. So anyway, now this game's not getting out of the seats here. I play a lot of these Looney Tunes games because in the year of our Lord 2023, well this is 2024, they're still reasonably inexpensive. Like, you can buy a bunch of these games for less than $20. Now I don't like any of them, but if you're the kind of person who wants to have like a decent smattering, like if you want to like sample a bunch of Super Nintendo games and you want to like build kind of a reasonable sized library to kind of like if you don't want to use ROMs, like if you're like me and you like want to play games on original hardware to see how they perform, yeah, like this sports games obviously, but sports games were always the best value for money. But almost always, if you like sports, like your Tecmo Super Bowls, your NBA Live 95s and such, those are always going to give you great value for money. But these mascot platformers, there are so many of them, and so many of them are terrible. But you can build, like if you had like $100, you can probably get your hands on about 7 or 8 not terrible platformers, but they're not like amazing either. So imagine if you were a parent who wanted to expose your kids to some mascot platformers from the era. $10 like platformers like this aren't a terrible way to do it. They're just not good games. But imagine being the poor sucker who spent $60 for this game on launch before taxes. Like this game definitely cost at least $60 in most, stores when it came out. Yes, you get that little eyebrow lift. I do like that. Subtle stuff like that I do like in this game. But yeah, like so if I had to rank all of these, like I said, Porky Pig, Speedy Gonzales, Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally. I did not play the Bug Bunny Rabbit Rampage game, which actually looks not bad. But the visuals look good, but it's probably another terrible one of these. Yeah, I don't think any of these are good, the ones I've played. None of the Sunsoft Looney Tunes games are good, I would argue. But again, I haven't played Rabbit Rampage yet. I think that might have been the one that Nintendo Power liked the most. But that might be because of when it came out. They had Bugs Bunny on the cover and all that. But was it a good game? I would argue. I never played it. Very slim chance the game is good, I would argue. Sorry, this era of Sunsoft was not really particularly amazing. You could argue the old Sunsoft wasn't that amazing either, but their games always were technically amazing. Like Super NES Sunsoft games were almost always amazing looking and almost always sounded great. Now, were they good games? I would say rarely. Honestly, like I play Batman because I'm familiar with it, but I would not. I don't know if I would say if it's a good game. I have to go back and I have to pull out a ROM and play it probably. Return of the Joker is actually bad, but it looks amazing. I still think Return of the Joker is the best looking game on the NES. Absolutely. The only competition might be Moon Crystal, which didn't even come out in the United States, and one other game probably. But yeah, I can't think of a better looking game than Return of the Joker in terms of like pixel art, um, you know parallax scrolling, character animation. Like I can't think of a better game than Return of the Joker. I'll have to come up with a list later. But yeah, I don't think any of these are good. I don't know if any of them are terrible, but I think none of these games get out of the C tier. They're all like aggressively mid, despite the visuals. Like Tasmania is probably the most competent of them because it's not a platformer, so it's probably easier to deal with. But yeah, none of them are but get out of the C tier. I would argue it's a shame. So I played more of these than I thought, but I'm going to go back and watch some of my other YouTube videos to see how they compare. But I'd say they're all bad. I recorded this with original hardware. I got the cartridge right here on my original Super Nintendo. That was a gift from my parents back in 1993, I'd say. Still yellow, still going strong though, except for this stupid video chips problem. It's plugged into the the composite video output is plugged into my Magnavox DVD recorder here. It's kind of noisy though. I'll be the first to admit that. When you plug it into the TV, the JVC TV I'm using, looks pretty sharp. But when you plug it in through this Magnavox DVD recorder, it kind of adds noise, and that's not great. So the noise is not amazing. So I'll pull out the other one later, see if it looks a bit better. The composite video is going from the DVD recorder into the JVC television, which is how I'm actually playing it with low input latency, the way the goddess intended. I have HDMI going from the DVD recorder to my Vivitar USB dongle so I can record this at 768p. It's a Super VGA resolution, a square 4:3 resolution. 60 frames a second. So you get to see all the interlaced frames for this game. I want to say it's 720p, but it's being upscaled basically to 768p. Let me see what I got here. That's 1080i. That's 1080p. So I don't know what the difference would be. That would be some downscaling, I guess. And of course, I can also change it to 480p if for some reason I wanted to capture at 480p and then upscale it. I don't know why I would do that. Like I said, the main problem seems to be the video chip I'm using because it's blowing out some of the blues. So no, this is not a good game. By the way, I was recording this on my quad-core Celeron Windows 10 Education laptop, and the camera app's capturing at 60 frames a second. No, this is not a good game. So I'm definitely selling this one. I got Batman Returns. I'll pull that out later. I got Skull Jagger here, but that game's kind of hard to understand. So I need to go to the manual that I downloaded and kind of see how to play it. A couple of other Super Nintendo games I need to play. I think Super Batter Up should probably be played at some point. I got Roger Clemens. I need to play that at some point. Those videos will be up by baseball season. I didn't record anything before the World Series. Oh well. I do have Sterling Sharp end-to-end football. I should probably play that. Super Nintendo games. Playing through a bunch of these now, but there are a few that I know I want to sell, so I kind of want to play those first while I'm still thinking about it. So yeah, shame about this game. C at best. Like I said, graphics get I would give the visuals like a B plus. Like, very good visuals in this game. I would say a B plus in terms of art style. Um, Performance, again, slowdowns. You can see slowdown a couple of spots. It's not terrible from what I can see. Controls are mostly okay, but they are kind of slippery due to the recoil they got going on. The air control and the jump it's kind of slippery, so not as precise as you'd want, but it seems okay. I again, games where ammo is limited and you can't regenerate the ammo easily. I don't really like. Like Mega Man does it properly. You can use your sub weapons, but the enemies drop ammo. The enemies don't respawn here unless you die, and they don't drop ammo. So that's not great, honestly. Like it makes the game it discourage like Bob, if you remember that game on the Super Nintendo and the Genesis. Like that game was a mascot platform with limited ammo, but I want to say the pickups, the ammo pickups were more common there. Still not sure what's going on with that. So anyway, I just stopped playing. I just stopped. Yeah, the sound is god awful. The sound effects are the voice samples are noticeable, but they're muffled. I'm glad they're here, but they're muffled. So I would say the music is too loud. So yeah, this is like really yeah. If you want music that kind of sounds like this, watch play what was it, Maui Mallard, the Donald Duck game or the not Donald Duck game, Maui Mallard in what was that Shadow? What was it called? Maui Mallard in the Dark Shadow. That's a Michael Giacchino. Is it? It's a Michael Giacchino soundtrack, right, for the Super Nintendo? And I want to say Mickey Mania had a similar soundtrack. Much better sound sample, so there is that. Anyway, this game sucks. So yeah, selling it.